Thank you.
What's going on, everybody? The Rebuttal Entertainment in full effect, come alive from everywhere in the United States of America. We live in California, we live in Miami, we live in Chicago. Well, not Chicago, because I ain't going there. We live in Houston, Texas, and we
Gatesburg,
live in
Maryland. Gatesburg,
um,
Maryland.
Gettysburg, Maryland, and Upper Marlboro, and Glen Burnie, Maryland, and Fredericksburg, Virginia, and Tampa, Florida. We live everywhere.
Fort
What's up,
Meade,
panel?
Maryland.
Bowie, Maryland. What's going on, everybody? What's going on with y'all?
It's been a
Ain't too
good week.
much.
It's been a good week.
It's been a good week.
Yeah, it's been a good week. I apologize for being out last week. Thanks, Larry, for filling in for me. You know what I'm saying? I really appreciate that. But I'm gonna go down here. I'm looking at the bottom screen, and I see Tony, aka Patty LaBelle, and I see Melinda, the smiling assassin. But we got an all-star cast today, baby.
Oh,
Let's get
dang,
it
Lou,
started,
dang,
man.
what happened to us?
Hey, look, we are. Light skin Lou and the caramel cutie on duty right there.
All right. he said he about to put his glasses on. Okay.
That's right.
All
We're gonna
right
get
now.
this thing started.
I mean, made me put my glasses on, man.
That's right.
Man, there's a lot of stuff going on, and
You do them openings like Steve Harvey.
That's right.
Yeah, I need a big ass mustache and big ass teeth.
Yeah.
Let me stop for you. Come on here and join me out.
That's right.
Mr. Hightower might start joining. You know what I mean? But what's going on, man? There's a lot of stuff going on in this world, Lou, Tony, and Melinda. Oh, God. Shooting, gun bills. Biden mad they canceled his gun bill again. I mean, all kinds of shit. Shit falling down in D.C. That's why I moved out of that motherfucker. I mean, everything old in there. I'm telling you now, one good earthquake. You see how y'all always laugh at me talking about Florida going to be floating in the ocean. One good earthquake, D.C. going to be in the rubble. One good earthquake, man.
If you said that 2 months ago, I wouldn't agree, but I got to be a little bit on that side. Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
But yeah, we got a lot to talk about today. So let me play y'all favorite thing. Yeah.
That was
Wait
not
a minute.
the
It's
favorite.
been some technical difficulties.
Redo.
He hit the wrong button.
Redo.
You give it to me, I'll give it to you. I know what you want, you know I
Y'all.
That's it right.
Yeah.
Melinda, you see how they gang up against me? That's the shame.
That's the
right.
It is
Y'all
the best
funny as
one.
shit.
We told you last week or a
That's
couple
right,
weeks
man.
ago.
He hard headed, man. You know,
What?
our host is hard headed, but we're gonna move on along. We love him anyway.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
we love him anyway.
Whatever. All right, well, let's get this thing started. You know, everybody who's coming in, hit the like button and subscribe, to the channel. People on Twitter and Periscope, welcome to the Rebuttal Entertainment. We don't bite our tongue, you know what I mean? So, like it or don't, this is our opinion only, you know what I mean? So, it is what it is. So, we're going to start with the Supreme Court upholds the Affordable Care Act. So, I'm going to ask Melinda, why these Republicans keep trying to stop this motherfucking Affordable Care Act? And they're not going to stop it. It was I think it was 11-2, something like that, whatever it is. But it passed again. So what do you think about that, Melinda?
The bottom line with the Affordable Care Act is that a Black president put it forward and pushed it and got it in there. And remember, they obligated themselves to decide that whatever he pushed through, they were not going to let it pass, and it was not going to work out, and they were going to make him a lame duck president, and they had all these plans for him, and he actually did something productive that even Republicans can use, so they salty about that. And then when that other president that came in, he tried to come in and change the name and change stuff up, but he couldn't do it because he don't have the sense enough to do it. and he didn't have a plan in place to replace something else. So he wasn't successful on that. The only thing that they're having a problem with is the fact that Obama did it, and they wasn't able to do it, and he's getting recognition, and they call it the Obamacare, and that pisses them off because they were like, we're not giving black people no credit at all, and it's a successful insurance plan. And that's the problem, and that's why they keep trying to knock it down, because they don't want the black president to actually have a standing legacy. Because from this day forward, everybody's going to remember that they're able to get basic health care because of the black president that was there, whether they want to or not. And some of them racists, they have to admit that, hey, that's the best thing that happened to them, because some of them hadn't seen dentist or doctor in decades until that happened.
Yeah.
Well, Lou, what you think about it?
Man, I gotta go with what Belinda just said. It's because with Obama, it's because he did it. The black president. Anything this president did, they trying to undo. It's like they vowed to take away anything that's going to solidify his legacy, in the future. Just think, like you said, Melinda, these people who are voting against Obama, this stuff is benefiting them. These people probably been to the dentist or a doctor in years, but that hate drives them so much that they're willing to look past the big picture. Because I think this act was what Obama put in place. It benefited all races, all creeds, and I don't think they see that because the hate is so high that they just willing to look past it. So for me, I just think it's because that was something that would solidify Obama's legacy. I think they didn't want that to happen.
Tony?
I agree with both Melinda and Light Skin Lou, because it was a black man who put it in place. They didn't want to give him the credit, and it benefits everyone. People who haven't been able to get to a doctor in years were able to affordably have health care so that they could be seen and be treated. So that's the reason why they were trying to block it.
Well, the Supreme Court, they made a bold decision. They showed them, Melinda. They showed them, Tony and Lou, that it ain't going nowhere. It's here to stay.
It's here to stay, man.
So
and they did it with his judges.
Exactly. With his judge, exactly. And one thing I want to add before we go to the next topic, man. This is why this country is in the position that we are. We take 2 steps forward and 4 steps backwards, man. Because of this divided, this racism, all this stuff is going to be the reason why we can never get ahead in life, period.
Yeah, and they're going to keep going and going, because that's how the world going to be ran, and that's how they, like I told y'all a long time ago, these old folks set in their old ways. And they ain't up a bunch of 70, 80, and 90-year-olds in the Senate and in the House and stuff like that, and they stuck in their old ways, and, kumbaya and all that stuff, but it's gonna be here to stay, helping everybody, blacks, whites, Spanish, everybody, love the affordable health care. And thanks to the Supreme Court for, backing and telling the Republicans to shut the hell up. Because it's here to stay. So the next topic is they blocked the infrastructure bill today, Melinda and Tony and Lou. So then the damn roof fell down, the wall fell down, the highway something fell down, you know what I mean? And it smashed cars and stuff like that, the overpass and shit like that. So it happened on the same, what a coincidence. It happened on the same day, that the infrastructure, so they said a truck hit it or something and fell, but it had to hit that thing real hard.
Real hard, yeah. I'm mixed feelings about that.
Already damaged. You know what I mean? It was already damaged, and they trying to pass the infrastructure bill, but the Republicans don't even want to pass that. You know what I mean? It's just getting crazy out here. You know what I mean? So, Lou, what do you think about it? So, do you think we're gonna ever get that bill passed? And we need it? We need it.
We definitely need it, man. But like I said, this country is always behind. We're the type of country where we wait till something happens, and then we respond. Why not prevent it from happening? Set a budget up so where these people can go and inspect these bridges, these things that will cause catastrophes, man. Because you drive a 60 miles per hour and the bridges collapse on you. You gone, man. You shouldn't have to go through something like that. It should be budget set in place to inspect these bridges and these roads and stuff, man, so something like this can happen. But we're never going to get that because we're only going to get it when something like this happens. Now somebody's going to pay attention to it because somebody got hurt and it's in the headlines. So will we ever get it? Probably not, but it's going to be some attention paid to it. And as soon as it's out of the media, they sweep it right up under the rug as they do.
I think we're gonna get it. They just got to work a little bit harder, you know. Mooching, you know, he kissing everybody's ass, so we might get it. Tony, what you think about it?
I say it week in and week out. We need to get these people out of office and be able to make sure that these infrastructure bills are pushed through, and the monies that they claim they're raising or putting aside to fund the buildings and bridges and things of that nature, they're put to that use, period. The infrastructure has been a problem for a long time, especially in the DC area. The roads are horrible. And you have this incident that happened today with the bridge collapsing. That shouldn't have never happened. And the fact of the matter is, a lot of people probably have been injured, and we don't know if there has been a fatality or not. But the fact is, it shouldn't have never happened. Anytime we have any type of earthquake or something like that goes on, these bridges and roads need to be inspected to make sure that this does not happen again.
Yeah, because the foundation get ruptures and you don't even know it, but you won't know it until it's inspected.
Exactly.
You muted.
Louis, you're muted.
Melinda, I know you got something to say about this.
I have to agree with my intelligent panel. Lou said that we're a reactionary country. We always wait till after the fact. And then, as Tony said, they know and they put money aside, but they never release the money to actually get work done. You know, they sit on the money. You know, money is always allotted into some budget, but they're ineffective in releasing it or doing the things that they need to do with the money. That's like when the other president was in office, they were saying that we had a whole bunch of money, you know, to do these shots and get all that stuff going, but they never released the money. So they sit on money and then they wait till the crisis is over and say, oh, we didn't need the money, and then they throw it back in the pot and then put it somewhere else that is not really necessary. So they've been doing this for decades with this infrastructure because, like they said, these potholes in the district is out of control. I cracked the rim on one of my cars before. You know, you just driving over potholes and it's just breaking up your car or whatever, and then you ain't getting no money from that. And then the city is not taking care of that. So it's coming out of our pockets both ways because our taxes is going into this budget that they never allot out to fix the stuff. And then when our car break down or hit these potholes, or God forbid a bridge fall down on the front of our car, because you know that's total, we have to pay a deductible. I see a lot of lawsuits coming out of this because somebody should have inspected that bridge prior to this, because it's supposed to be set up that even if there's a collision on that bridge, it's not supposed to come down like that.
Not
so
like
that means it was defective a long time ago, or it had multiple hits, because once it got 1 or 2 hits, they were supposed to repair that. So probably 1 or 2 hits then happened, or multiple hits, and they never did anything about it. And they just kept it going on until they got to this point where this last hit made it all come down, because the bridge is not supposed to come down because of 1 hit. And that road is like, what, 55 miles an hour, 50 miles an hour?
Yep.
That's not supposed to do that kind of damage.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I told Lou today. I told him today, I say, Lou, they're going to sue their ass, you know what I mean? Negligence, you know what I mean? They should have checked. They tell me they performed. They ain't checked that bridge. And if they did, they'd have seen the wear and tear and the rust and corrosion on that daggone bridge. And one little spot like that, exactly. It shouldn't have knocked the bridge down like that, you know what I mean? But, you know, they're going to say otherwise to cover their behinds and stuff.
Cover their asses, man. You know what it's about.
Yeah,
Nobody
but we
wants
know
to take the blame for it.
exactly, but we know better. You know what I mean? So hopefully they get that bill together. You know what I mean? And you know what? When they pass it, when it happened in one of their states, one of their cities,
Exactly.
that's when they're gonna say, oh yeah, we got to hurry up and pass this. Let's hurry up and compromise and pass this stuff. So
That's not
yeah.
true because look at that one Kentucky is a hot mess.
Well, he
And
don't care about nothing. You
they
talking
don't
about
care
Mr.
about
Trump.
nobody's place.
Yeah, they in real poverty, but people ain't even mentioning that. But yet they still vote for the old dude who look like he
It
about to
don't
die
matter.
any day. They don't even care. He look like he about to die any day. They still vote for this dude. You know what I mean? And but you know, it is what it is, man. So let's go on to the next one. Florida governor signs a new bill, Tony, requiring K to 12 public schools to hold moment of silence each day in the morning. What do you think about that?
Prayer should have never been taken out of the schools. Maybe some of these mass shootings and whatever bullying and all that other stuff that's been going on may have not have happened so often. If it starts at home, if you have a family that's praying and they bring it into the schoolhouse and things of that nature, you
Mm-hmm.
tend to be a little bit more caring and compassionate towards others. So
Mm-hmm.
hopefully the prayer will come back in and it will change the atmosphere and the temperature of the school.
I ain't even know they had prayer in school.
We
Me
used to have
neither.
prayer
They
in
had
our
prayer in
school.
Pennsylvania, south side of Pennsylvania.
They
We
have
used to
it in
have
San
prayer a
Diego.
long time ago. Yeah.
No, I know they had a pledge of allegiance to the flag and
Yeah.
my country, tears of thee and all that stuff, but I didn't know they
Yeah.
had the prayer.
The
Look,
closest to
like this.
prayer was One Nation Under God, and that was it
Yeah,
for
that
us.
was it. But you know what? I'm like this. When I first heard the question, you gotta think about the religions of other people, man, they be a Muslim, the Jehovah Witness, whatever. But right now in the country we living in, the world we living in, shit, I'm
Prayer is
sorry, we might
necessary.
even need it. It might be necessary. Because one thing I do know about prayer, it could be with anything. It makes you feel, a softer side of you. It makes you want to be nice or have a different approach about certain things. So for me, hey, why not try? We try something new. Maybe this country and this world might be a better place if we keep it in. That's my take on it.
What's your take, Melinda?
I think prayer should come back into schools, but you should be able. It's a silent prayer where you are allowed to pray whatever you believe in.
Okay.
Because I don't want to dictate to a Muslim that he has to pray the same prayer that I'm praying. I am very religious. I'm a Christian, AME, Zion all day. So even my religion is black. It's all black. Right. But at the but at the end of the day, I am respectful of other people's religion because just because I feel the way about my religion doesn't mean that somebody else doesn't feel that same way about theirs. And I am not entitled to force my religion on someone else, just as I don't want their religion forced on me. I am open. I
Exactly.
took a philosophy of religion class when I went to Howard University, and it was interesting. So I learned and I had a respect of other people's cultures because most of the time religion is cultural based and is
Mhm.
connected to their culture. So you might see a lot of Asians being Buddhist and Taoist and different things. However, I don't want somebody to force their religion or their culture on me, and I don't want to do the same either. So it should be a moment of, they could call it meditation
Mhm.
because they also have atheists. So you could just sit in silence and then pray to whomever or not pray at all if you're an atheist. I believe in that.
I like
Well,
that.
And something needs to come back into the
mhm.
schools to center people because I find prayer brings hope and it brings peace, as Lou said, and is necessary, as Tony said. So, with all those things, respect everybody else's culture, respect their religion, but bring it back so that we can have some kind of hope instilled in the school. Some kind of peace comes from prayer, because prayer works. Prayer got me through.
I got you. But I think they gonna do the moment of silence, and ain't gonna be nothing loud. So it's gonna be a moment of silence. Everybody, then they can say their religion, whatever they are, and stuff like that. It ain't gonna be, have to say one religion or whatever like that. So, hopefully they bring it back because we all this stuff. See, I stopped cursing. All this stuff that's going on in the fucking America. You know what I mean? We need to get it up in here. You know what I mean?
Mom Peterson is watching. Watch it.
We need something. You know what I mean?
Hey, like I tell my pastor, Peter was a cusser.
Look, Mama Peterson said, "Do me," and I'm gonna do me. So
I on a regular basis tell my pastors at my church, I am a cusser, but Peter was a cusser and he had anger issues.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
true that. Yeah.
And that was Jesus's homeboy. So there's hope for me. There's hope for me.
That's right.
So this question, I'm gonna start with Melinda just to get everybody riled up. You know what I mean? Because y'all don't know, but I know how she really feel about Juneteenth. So Juneteenth holiday is a holiday, right, Melinda? Why I just don't feel like it's one for some of us?
First of all, Juneteenth is an issue for me because here's the thing.
Melinda. Woosah.
I already celebrated Juneteenth. I didn't need anybody to give me a holiday. What I did need is for them to give me protection from police brutality. I needed them to protect my voter rights. I needed them to pass other bills that will benefit my people versus a holiday that we can cook out again, and then they can exploit us on the holidays by having these sales that we're going to have to go out and get stuff. So they're going to make money off of us. And then I done seen a couple of things on Facebook where others, I'm going to just say others, have been wearing Juneteenth shirts and selling Juneteenth shirts. So it's just another way to exploit us. I was already celebrating Juneteenth. Don't give me a federal holiday. Give me reparations. Give me voter rights and give me protection from brutality from supremacists and the police. So no, I didn't need a holiday for that. They're quick to give us that holiday, but not quick to give us anything else. So until they give us what we are owed, I will not post a happy Juneteenth, nothing.
So who's the other?
Asians, whites, everybody. Everybody is profiting off of our pain.
Got you. I knew it'd come out. Tony, how you feel about that?
Melinda basically said it all. It was just, to me, a little nugget that they threw at us just to pacify people. And she's right. We need reparations. We need police brutality set in place for us. Anything that has oppressed the Black people in general needs to be brought to the forefront. I'm tired of us getting these little nuggets here and there, and everyone gets happy about certain things. Juneteenth, I was not happy about it at all. Who cares?
Getting personal. Go, Lou.
Wow, that's hard to follow. I agree with both of you guys, man, because, when I first heard it, they granted the holiday, it was a lot of people around me, they were happy or whatever. And I was like, okay, how am I supposed to feel about this? Because the first thing that hit my mind was the filibuster. They give you one thing, they take another thing away. My mind was focused on how are we going to get past this filibuster and get the privileges of voting, having the conveniency to vote, and not have to deal with this 50-50 split. That's what I was thinking about. I was thinking about they give you something and they take it away. They distract you with this, but then going through the back door and taking this away from you. So for me, it was mixed emotion because I thought about the reparation that we're owed, being killed, unarmed Black men being killed by police. These are the topics that's on my mind. So until you can end that, that's when I will be in rejoice. That's when I'll be happy when all this stuff ends. I mean, the holiday is just a day. Now, I'm not knocking nobody for being happy about a day. That's your cup of tea. That's how you feel. But I feel like it's like you ask for a Hershey candy bar and you get Hershey Kisses. That's how I feel about it.
And let's be clear, Juneteenth is celebrating that they found out about our emancipation 2 years later.
All right, that's what I was about
So
to say.
they abused
Don't
us
kill my
for 2
groove.
additional years And then that's when it actually found out that we were free.
Exactly. So
So no,
I was
I don't
about
want to do a cookout on that day.
So I was about to tell you guys something, but Melinda done told you already. You know, Abraham Lincoln signed the bill, you know, and stuff like that. Freedom of slave and tax. But you know, it didn't. They didn't find out for 2 years. They still kept them from us. So, and then now, you know, they're gonna be like, well, we gave the Negroes something, and they still not happy. Listen to the people whining about this. Now, what do they want? And I told y'all before, I want a Martin Luther King holiday, a Malcolm X holiday, a Harriet Tubman holiday. I want all the fucking holidays you can give us black people. Since y'all ain't, you know, giving us an Asian bill or what's the other one, Melinda? The other bill, you know, y'all don't want to give black folks, you know,
The
that much.
Jewish one.
Yeah, the Jewish bill that I mentioned, you know what I mean? So that's what we want, you know, but
Exactly.
it is what it is, you know. Hey, some people take what they can get and stuff like that, but you know, I guess
But for real,
it'll wind
white
down to
people
it
are the
and
one
stuff
getting
like
off
that.
on Juneteenth. They the ones getting off because they have federal jobs. We still working on Juneteenth because most of us don't have a federal job, and if we take off on Juneteenth, we don't get paid.
Exactly. But you know, some people don't understand that, you know, long as they're in the backyard grilling and stuff like that and going on trips where I go, whatever. I don't even care if it's a holiday or not. But it is what it is, you know. How have I say keep hope alive.
Keep your
I'm
eyes on the
still,
prize.
I'm still singing the song. We'll overcome someday. You know what I mean? But not today.
Not
All
today.
right, so let's do this one right here. The CDC lower warning level on the cruise, Tony and Lou and Melinda for cruise travel. Who ready to go? Where we going? So they lowered the you know, the level for the COVID stuff like that. So you know, were they right? Were they wrong? Who ready to travel? Where we going?
Well,
Where we
first of
going,
all,
Lou?
we can go. You know what? I let the ladies pick that because I've never been on a cruise, but it seems to me that these two women got good taste. So I will roll with wherever they say go. That's why I go with that. But I will say this: I'm still worried about this variant, this Delta, this new Delta variant virus. It's in the back of my mind. But I would travel, but I just feel like they shouldn't have lowered it because what you're saying is it's no, we're past the finish line and we're not. It's
Lou,
other
you get the
variants out
second
there.
shot yet?
No, I go on the 28th.
Good man, good man, good
Yeah, hey,
man.
look, I'm all on it, man. I'm trying to stay safe and stay breathing. You know, I want to be able to come on a panel every Wednesday and and spit the word, man. You can't take that away from me. If I got to get a shot to keep that going, guess what? I'm gonna do it. But
Tony, what you
going
think about the CDC? You finished, Lou, or you good?
no, hold on. Let me finish. I just wanted to say, it's in the back of my mind. But I'll go on a cruise if the rebuttal entertainment goes on a cruise. Hell, if I'm going out, I'm going out with y'all. That's what it is.
Go ahead, Tony.
As I've been saying, the CDC always backpedals on certain things. And again, um, regardless of whether you've had the vaccination or not, you still need to be careful. And the fact of the matter is, people who have not been vaccinated are still walking around here without masks. And it's a catch-22. You
Mm-hmm.
know, I feel you have to travel at your own risk, at your level of comfortability, so to speak. So yes, I will be traveling. If I have to get a test before traveling, that's fine. I'll do what I have to do, but I'm still not taking the vaccine.
Melinda.
I can't wait to travel. I went to Atlanta and I stayed in the hotel. It was so nice. I'm like, I can't. When I tell you I've been on 5 Disney cruises, 1 Carnival, and 1 Celebrity, and 1 Princess, that lets you know that I am a cruiser because you get to eat all day. From the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep, you are eating. You're
What?
putting food in your face. So I'm good with that. I just need to wait a little bit because people lie and say they good and they not, and they not wearing their mask and they not doing whatever. And we need to keep Tony safe. So we're gonna have to wait. I'm down for a cruise for all of us. I'm down
Whatever.
for
Tony
it.
may go get that damn shot.
But we need to keep Tony safe. So until we know for sure, We're gonna be on dry land until Tony can come out of there.
It's not me. I'm going on the cruise. That's why I got my shots. I'm going on cruise, airplane,
You said it's a
train.
rebuttal entertainment situation that includes Tony. So
He's
Well,
an instigator.
Tony will
yeah,
be back. Our rebuttal entertainer will be gone without Tony. So I'm going, but the CDC, Lord, of course, they got to make that money. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
that's what it's
of
about.
course, the government ain't gonna let them stay. You know, the cruisers pissing them. You know what? We losing money. We gotta lower the stuff to these people back traveling again. You know what I mean? So that's what it boils down to. And they say, okay, well, let's lower this level and let the rebuttal entertainment cruise the world. You know what I mean? And that's what we're gonna do.
But
So
you know that there was a cruise ship that was infected with vaccinated people.
Yeah, they
well.
was. Yeah,
Yeah, I
they
know what
was.
we gonna die of something. If it gonna be the van, I don't
I'm
care.
just saying.
None of that
Hey,
stuff.
Tony, it's in the back of my mind, Tony. That's in the back
Y'all
of my
bunch of
mind.
wimps. Bunch of wimps.
and
You
they're
know what I
saying
mean?
that if vaccinated young people are having heart conditions.
Yep.
So
But
she's right to be cautious.
let me say this: the CDC, the ABC, the EFGHIJK. I don't care who it is. I don't move on no variant. I'm not letting stop me from living my life. It's just simple as that. So you scared of a variant? You scared of the bee bug, and all that stuff? Me and Melinda be gone.
Yeah, I'm
So
beyond these streets though.
exactly. So that is what it is. So here's something to make y'all smile, because everything gonna be so serious today. You know what I mean? Because I want to know what y'all think about this. A Florida man was bitten by a shark after swimming near the fishing line. Okay. A man was bitten by a shark. A man was swallowed by a whale and supposedly spit it back out. You know what I mean? Then another shark attack yesterday. What is that telling you, Tony? What is it telling you?
Stay out the water.
Right. It's simple.
I mean, I don't know what else to say about that.
I'm just saying. What is it telling you, Melinda?
You're telling me that you shouldn't move to Florida because they don't got good sense over there.
Well, that's not true, because you read the latest attack. It was in Chesapeake, Maryland. So
Yeah.
they coming close. You know, they want
Yeah, they
I'm not
migrating,
going
man.
any further than where
Look.
my knees hit.
Exactly.
Because I can see where everything else is. You know,
let me
you
teach
swimming
y'all
out
some
to the
science.
shark line, it's a problem. You looking for trouble.
Well, let me teach y'all some science. Right? Well, go ahead, Lou. I'll teach y'all some science in a minute about sharks.
First of all, I watch a lot of Discovery and National Geographic. So I'm like Melinda, my ass ain't going nowhere where I can't see below my knees. So with that being said, these animals are migrating. You never know when that animal is going to migrate and show up on your doorstep, meaning the pool that you're in. Stay your ass out the water, man. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Tony said it best. Stay your ass out the water, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's that
Well, let me
simple.
tell y'all, people always say, well, I'm going to go up to my level, the knee level and stuff like that. Y'all ever heard of bull sharks?
Yeah, they stay low.
They come right to your knees, so they're going to bite your fucking leg off. So either you're in or you're out. So let me tell you this story right quick before I move on. Me and my daughter was at the beach, and she know I used to be all the way out there, like by the fishing line and swimming and stuff like that. Then she say, Dad, you ain't going out there? I say, going out where? She said, you ain't gonna swim out there like you used to? I say, baby, let me tell you this. you heard of this thing called shark? And she started laughing, right? And she said, yeah. I said, let me tell you something. You know, all of discrimination in the world, black, white, Asian, all that, but you know who don't discriminate? Sharks. They don't care if your ass black. They don't care if you're white, Puerto Rican, Spanish, Asian, Jews, Donald Trump, Biden. They will tear your ass up. So no, your daddy do not go all the way out there no more. You know, he barely going. He might go feet deep. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to know how I feel to get bitten by a shark. I just don't. You know what I mean?
Your life changes after that.
The bad enough the jellyfish sting your ass, and them things hurt like hell. So you know what I mean? Unless I'm in a Aruba and I can see them coming, you know what I mean? But that's when we go on our butter entertainment cruise, you know. But that's no hell there. But I just wanted to bring that story up, you know. That's happening in the United States. What y'all think about the man getting spitted out by the whale?
He probably was. Maybe he was dirty or
you
stinky
taste
or
nasty, or he said you're not my cup of tea.
He probably was a nasty old other side person, like Melinda say, other side.
All right, well, I got something for you, Tony. The U.S. tripled vaccine for Taiwan with 2.5 million doses shipped. So other countries are willing, able, and ready, Tony, to take the vaccine. 2.5 million people. Taiwan, they say, send me more. All our people want to get vaccinated. No, give me more. But the United States, I don't want to take. We've been back. They've been experimenting on us for like 50 million years. You know what I mean? All that bullshit. You know what I mean? But now, the Taiwan people don't care. They want their vaccination. They want to go out and see the world and go on the cruises and get on the planes, trains, and automobiles. So Tony, what do you take from this? So why we're not? If they so willing and able, why we're not?
I have no comment. The Taiwanese people can have at it. They can have mine and everybody else's who didn't want to take it.
Well, I know somebody who got a comment. Tell them, Melinda.
Because these other countries don't have the history that we have, where they're constantly and continually doing experiments on us. Up until the 80s, they was doing the experiment with them Depo-Provera shots. So that's why we don't trust, even if it is for our betterment, we still in the back of our mind question anything. Because even though I got the shot, I still question what's going to be my side effect years from now. Because this government lies, and then you wait 20 years, and then they, declassify classified files, and then you find out all the grimy, cruddy stuff that they've done to us. Those other countries, if they're going to do something grimy, they let you know up front. They ain't hiding it behind. They be like, look here, we're going to experiment on y'all, and it is what it is, and y'all can't do nothing about it. Here, they make you feel like you have freedoms, you have choices, and then they do stuff to you without you knowing. So that's why we don't trust them, and that's why we don't want to take it, and that's why Taiwan or anywhere else can feel comfortable, because when their government is doing something shady, they don't do it behind closed doors. They say, this is what it is, and y'all gonna just have to deal with it, and there's nothing you can do about it, so there it is. But we try to be so civilized and better than everybody else, and we do the most dirtiest, grimiest things to ourselves and other countries. So that's why they can feel comfortable about saying, yes, bring us the medication, bring us as much as you can, because they haven't had a history of people doing shady stuff to them on a regular. Because there's probably, if we probably wait 20 years, they might have been something in 2020 that they did to us and we didn't know nothing about, and we ain't gonna know about till years later, because that's how this country works. They don't tell you on the up and up. They don't tell you that they practicing on you, and then later on you find out that that's what it was.
Exactly.
Lou?
Melinda, you hit it right on the head, man. These other countries, they're not dealing with the deceit, the backdoor stuff that they've done to us in our own country. They're not dealing with that. So the stuff that they do, it's like dictatorship. Actually, it's like you either do this or that's it. So they can see it coming. They know what they're dealing with. It's different when they telling you one thing. Oh, we're gonna give you the vaccine. And in the back of my mind, we're like, what's the after effects? Is it a chip, a tracking chip? Because that's one of the first things that came up when people didn't want to get the shot. They like, it's a tracking device. All of this stuff comes up. It comes up because we got bad history with the government and the deceitful things that they do. So for me, I think that would be one of the top reasons, because the Taiwan's not dealing with what we're dealing with. They're not dealing with the racism in their country. We are. It's like we dealing with enemies in our own country, and they're not dealing with that. So that's how I feel about that, man.
Well, my take on it is y'all and y'all conspiracy theories. Of course, the past, they did what they did to us 50 million years and zillion. Y'all want to keep bringing it up. You know what I mean? Of course, people going to be scared, and all the chips in the vaccine. So I guess the chip is in the white people vaccine. The chip is in the Spanish people vaccine. And everybody else who's taking the same vaccine that you're taking when you go in there and get your shot. So I guess they're putting chips the chips in there and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Y'all know I don't believe in conspiracy theories and stuff like that. I believe on what they did to us in 400 years and all that stuff. Wait a minute, Melinda, because I know you're gonna come back with it. I know you're gonna get it, but I don't believe in that stuff. I really don't believe in it. And let me tell y'all something else. You know what I mean? Taiwan people, they like, you know what? We want to go and enjoy our life. You know what I mean? We don't want to get on cruises and get sick and get your mama sick and kill your kids because we so stubborn and don't want to take the vaccine and stuff like that. Yeah, like Melinda kind of right. We don't know what's going to happen with us 5 years. I took the shot. I got both shots. You know what I mean? We don't know if we're going to turn to zombies or die, but I know my boys on 4th Street said they're going to kill me if I do. So I'm damn if I do, I'm damn if I don't anyway. So I'm going to take the shot because I really believe, like the cruise ships, they are going to require you to have 2 shots and show it. So, like I said, I will be cruising by myself, me and Melinda.
Oh no, I'm going. I'm going.
Where, Melinda?
Okay, because up until our generation, they were doing the Depo-Provera shots. Come to find out, they were sterilizing young Black women and Hispanics. So it's not a conspiracy theory. These are things that they actually are doing, and it's in our lifetime. So we can't even say it was 400 years ago or it was 50 years ago with the Tuskegee. It was our generation, our lifetime that they were doing stuff to us and continue to do stuff to us. So at the end of the day, I have the shot. I'm glad I got the shot because I'm going to live my life. But at the end of the day, too, I have cancer and they can't explain why. They did genetic testing and they said there's no reason why I should have it. I don't have the BRCA gene. It doesn't run in my family, but here I am. But then they also had an article years back that Fort Meade did some stuff and they had some foam through the fire department and it was going into the water supply and the soil. And then also where we lived at in Frederick, they had cancer clusters where groups of people end up developing cancer for no reason. So it's not conspiracy theories. Our government do a lot of shady shit and we suffer from it. Now, am I that person that like, okay, I got cancer, I got to lash out and not believe and not live my life? No. But at the end of the day, they do stuff and I'm proof of it. And they have a whole bunch of other people that have suffered in some kind of way from something that the government did, and then the army is always behind it somewhere.
Exactly.
And I've always lived close to army posts. My husband was in the army, so here it is, not conspiracy theories. They do this stuff, and then it gets declassified later on because they just started talking about the fireman foam that they used to use at Fort Meade that had seeped into the soil. So anybody in this area could possibly have cancer for it. And they tested me, and I'm a case study at Walter Reed right now because they want to test my blood every time I go in there to find out why I have cancer. I don't know where that's going to go. I'm going to end up being a Henrietta Lacks where they solve some kind of health problem. And I'm grateful and I would be glad if that's my legacy. But at the end of the day, we cannot sleep on what this government has done and continues to do to its own people.
That's right.
Well, of course, Miranda. They still do things to us. They do, but they not putting no damn microphones and chips in no damn.
No,
I don't believe that, but this
that's what I'm
out there,
saying. I didn't say every conspiracy theory. I'm talking about the crazy conspiracy theories that's out there. We know.
I thought I was gonna get superpowers though.
You know what I mean? But I understand. We know the government are sneaky. They're gonna do whatever they want to do, undermine and stuff like that. And you say the people of Taiwan are straight out front with it. But I'm talking about the little crazy stuff that people be saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
It's not happening. I don't believe in it. And I don't care who get mad about it. In my opinion. You know what I mean? And like I said, they're gonna have on the cruisers, read up on it. You're gonna need both of your shots to take a cruise. Well, bye, Tony. But anyway, let's go to the next question. Now this here, Georgia policeman died after being dragged by a driver that he shot fatally. Was it karma? Lou, was it karma?
Say that again.
Police officer in Georgia shot a man, went up to the car. You know how you shot and he ain't dead yet? and the man wound the window up, and police man arm got caught in the vehicle. Man took off. Both of them died. So was
Wow.
it karma?
I mean, did he wrongfully shoot the guy?
Huh?
Did he wrongfully shoot the
The
guy?
guy ain't had no gun or nothing.
Ooh. Well, if he's in the wrong for shooting this guy, they're gonna do an investigation, and if they find out that he was wrongfully killed, then that kind of borders with karma. If you ask me, I mean, I don't want to be, I just feel like to some degree it's karma.
No, I always got your back, brother. What you
Yeah.
won't say, I will. So
Okay,
go
good.
ahead.
I just feel like it's karma to some degree. It's karma.
All right, Tony.
Yeah, it's probably karma. I guess the body camera will show if he had a body camera on, and they'll see what happened and what led up to that fatal shot.
Exactly.
Melinda, this stuff easy here. Is it karma or not? Depends on what happened, right?
Yes, depending on what happened, because I'm gonna refrain from my automatic that's what they get thing, because maybe he didn't do nothing wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna refrain till all of the evidence is in, so it won't look like I'm a hater.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So what y'all saying? So when we hear police officers and stuff like that, it's automatic yes, guilty. Like they
Yeah,
do the
most
black
Most
folk.
of the time, but then
We don't have
here's
no
the
most
thing:
choice.
we know police officers because we had that police academy thing at Tech. So we kind of don't want to say, yeah, police get what they get, because we got friends that are police, but
Man, I
they
don't
make
care
it
about
hard. They
them.
make it hard for me not to be like,
Not me. I
Yeah.
love
for
them
all the
all.
stuff
My
you
best
done
friend, the
did.
police officer. My best friend, the police. One of my
See,
best
then
friends, the police officer. I care about them a lot. But some of them, even they was friends of mine. They used to come when we shooting dice in the alley. They used to come. They used to come take the money and leave the drugs. What kind of friend does that shit? These are the ones at our police academy, Melinda. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But let me
Yeah.
stop.
You gonna
They
have to
cool
tell
though.
me who did that when you get on.
Yeah. Right. But yeah, I'm
They
like
cool though.
Melinda though. It depends on what the evidence show, what the body cam show, like Tony
Yeah.
said, and then I'll kind of like suspend my judgment. But
Yeah, that's coincidence
if he,
though. That's
yeah,
coincidence.
yeah,
Mhm.
He
Yeah.
shot the man drug on the man, hit the pole, fell dead, and police died too. So,
damn,
evidence to come out what happened, and hey, our automatic yes, we gonna hold that right. We gonna hold it back a little bit. We ain't gonna keep it automatic right now. But here goes something that I want to ask. It's really for the ladies, Lou, but we're gonna let them answer it first. So, Nick Cannon named his twins Zion and Zillion. What the hell do Nick Cannon got to do with naming these kids? I mean, is it going to hurt them in the future? Well, he's rich, so it probably
He
don't hurt
rich.
them in the future than getting jobs and stuff like that. But why would you let them name your kids that, Tony?
Nick Cannon's an idiot. He needs to wrap that thing up.
ooh,
He needs to stop having all these kids with multiple women,
ooh.
and he needs to grow up. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
Ooh. Melinda?
At the end of the day, his kids are rich, but he is setting an example for other people to name their kids these crazy things that can't live up to those names. Because at the end of the day, names make a difference when you're getting hired. I'm sorry to say, and we want to think that it's different, but people will tend to hire somebody named Melinda versus Anaquisha. When I applied for a job at hospice, and it was like a high executive job, and the reason why I got hired was because of my name. Melinda Lawson is ambiguous. They don't
Yeah,
know, so
it is.
they call you in for the interview, and then Melinda has a very positive, very light, very ambiguous kind of conversation when it's necessary. So Melinda got that job. Versus, had Melinda been talking like this, maybe not. But the thing is that because my name was not ethnic, I had a foot in the door, or the door open, so that I can actually get an interview. But sometimes, and we want to think that's not the case, but sometimes we can't even get an interview because they see the name on the application and they're like,
Yeah,
remember how people tripped about Condoleezza Rice? And she was high up there, but they were like, Condoleezza? They was tripping.
Yeah, they would.
And it's the same thing. And we don't have money. And if you don't have money, don't put yourself in a situation where you're canceled out before you even get in the door. Because your name could be Bonquisha and you could be the smartest thing. But if you can't get in the door, it don't matter how smart you are. So don't set up, so don't set your children up. Nick Cannon can leave, money unless he go broke. His kid's gonna be okay. But other people aren't. So when he naming his kids that, there's somebody sitting around saying, "Oh, that's a cute name. I'm name my kid that." No, you're setting your children up. And as pro-black as I am, when I was in college, I was in the African Student Union, and I was very active in the and very militant back then. And they was like, "You gonna change your name?" I was like, "Are you crazy?" And they was like, "Are you gonna get a perm?" I'm like, "I'm getting a perm tomorrow." But they tried to talk me out of stuff. They was like, "Yeah, how you gonna be pro-black? And then you got that perm, and you try to look like your hair is like the white woman, and da da da." I said, first of all, and I had to check people. I said, first of all, none of y'all have the Black Studies major. I have a Black Studies major. Y'all just talking about it. I'm being about it. So don't talk about my hair texture or my name. No, I'm not changing my name to some African name that I have no connection to, just so I can prove that I'm Black.
Melinda, just tell me your hair made like wool. Just tell me your hair made of wool. There you go.
Yeah, I was like, they was like, "You gonna why you getting that perm?" I said, "I'm getting a perm tomorrow."
Lou,
don't talk to me about that.
Lou, you name your child Zillion or Zion or Crayon or
hell no, hell to the no, man. And I think Belinda touched on a lot of stuff, man. If his kids are gonna always be set, and so they're gonna have to worry about being rejected in certain aspects of life. They ain't gonna have to worry about that. It's sad that what Melinda said was true. They will hire somebody with a more basic, common name versus somebody with an ethnic name. It happens. I know this for a fact. I've talked to people. I know this happens for a fact. Don't set your kids up. Whatever happened to the basic name like Michelle or Keisha or Tiffany or something basic? Why are we getting
Mercedes,
right? I think this comedian said, "How you gonna name your kids like Mercedes and BMW and Lexus and they have that joint like a Yugo?" I mean, come on, man. Don't set your kids up, man. Stick to the basic names, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, I tell people now, don't set your kids up, you know what I mean? Because if you're not rich, you can't do it. Because these kids going to have to go on job interviews and stuff like that, man. And these people going to be like, what the hell? That's a ghetto ass name. That's this white person interviewing a person, I'm just telling you facts. That's how it's going to be, you know what I mean? So don't give your kids these ghetto ass names, you know what I mean? Come on, people. Let's calm down. Let's stop thinking about these outrageous names that you want to name your child and stuff like that. Because you might not have to deal with it. They will have to deal with it in the long term in life in general and stuff like that. You know what I mean? That's just like if I'm an interviewer and Lou come to me, I'm like, "What's your name?" He be like, "Light Skin Lou." I'm like, "Your mother named you that?" I know Miss Peterson ain't named you that. But go ahead, Lou.
Hey, look, on a more lighter note, my middle name is Player, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had a hard time getting solid dates, because my middle name was Player. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I remember becoming age and understanding what was going on in life, and I was like, "How the hell they named me Player?" You know what I'm saying?
What?
To me, my middle name is Player.
Lucius Player Peterson. I'm about to talk to your mama.
Player.
Let's get Mama Peterson. Let me put a link in the description so she can beam in right now.
No, that's my father. My father did that.
Oh well, I'm putting a link in the description. She could have vetoed it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
and I say
link.
that on a more lighter note, man, because it changes the variables, man. When you try to date a girl, it's like, wait a minute, Player, is that an indication of what I'm about to deal with? You know?
All right. So this one. Oh man, Georgia removed more than 1,000 names off voter registration, saying to keep the voter file up to date. So y'all ex-president, the Donald, said he won Georgia. Here we go. All the bullshit again. You know what I mean? So Melinda, go on, tell us what's going on with the Donald now. You know what I mean?
He a whole clown. I mean, I the reason why we keep talking about him is because he keep popping up like a bad rash, and nothing he's saying is it's all crazy. I mean, for me to even take time off to even talk about how crazy his stuff is, why are we even still listening to this man? Or if we would just shut him out and not give him airtime or whatever, but he keeps saying stuff and he keeps coming back like a bad rash. And I need them to put whatever ointment they got to put on to get rid of him altogether. And that ointment might be jail. They need to put him in jail so he can shut his mouth, because I'm not talking about no more him trying to win or he didn't lose or he lost. It's over. We moving on. And this train has left the station. What we need to be talking about is what can we get him on that will stick so that he can do some either jail. I don't care if he do 16 months. I need him to be in jail so he can understand that there are consequences. What he has learned is that there's no consequences to his behavior whatsoever. So yes, even if it's 18 months, I would be happy if he had to sit in somebody's jail cell for 18 months, just so that he can have some kind of consequences, because at the rate we going, I don't think he's going to have any.
Gotcha.
And why is it
So,
taking him so long to find something for him that sticks so that he can go to jail? Because he
so
done
what
date
about
rape, he
what
done
about the
full rape,
1,000
he done
names
statutory
move,
rape.
Melinda? What about the 1,000 names move?
But the thing is, they've been doing that for years,
100,000
purging the
names.
thing. But when you said they've been purging roles for a few years now. So that's not nothing new. They've been, because it was a couple of times where I found out I was purged in some kind of way, and I just I reestablished my voter rights. So we might just have to do that. But at the end of the day, they're saying that and doing that so that they can say that his loss was not a loss. And we're not going there no more. We just not. We not dealing with his I didn't really lose and Biden didn't really win. At the end of the day, whether it was purged or not, he still lost with the purge rolls that they talking about.
Gotcha.
And they're going to lose again because we got people that are willing to go to the polls any way they can. Because once they say that we don't have this thing or they take away this thing, we have a whole bunch of people trying to figure out how we can go around that. We've been doing that for years. We've been doing that from when they started putting jelly beans in a jar and telling us the only way we can vote is to figure out how many is in there. We've been doing it when we had to say the whole Constitution in order to vote. So by them purging the rolls of 50,000, that's not even going to do anything, because we are already trying to figure out how we get around that. And that 50,000 that they purged, they're going to apply for another voter registration card, and that's going to be null and void. So it's not even an issue for us. Black people have always found a way to figure out what the next move is anytime they throw a trick in the bag.
Tony, 100,000 votes registered, taken out, wiped out. Your ex-president said he won Georgia. Here we go again. What do you think?
I think he's a mental case. But the bottom line is people need to keep their credentials up to date, so that way there won't be any type of question coming into play. If you have to prove that you live at a certain area, make sure you have that in place too, because the bottom line is he keeps trying to say he's coming back into office in August. So in order for this not to happen, with this big deal of him saying he won this state, he won that state because this person wasn't supposed to have been voted and whatever. They need to just make sure all their credentials are stayed up to date. And if you change address, send it into your local voting polling office, and make sure everything is kept to date. And you know where you're supposed to be voting when the time comes.
Player?
And you know what? Hey, look, I gotta agree with both ladies. But first of all, man, this dude, man, he needs to sit his ass down. He need to be worried about whether he going to the booty house or not. That's what he need to be worried about. I'm sorry, I couldn't refrain from saying that word. He need to be worried about whether he's going to the booty house or not. But secondly, I gotta agree with what Tony just said. You know, we gotta stay up on our stuff because this is a way for them to infiltrate and to, assure that we don't get out and vote. Because this is all about the next election. That's what it's about. They're knocking down the dominoes right now, trying to get that office back. You look at the multiple things that they're doing, like with the filibuster. All of this stuff plays a part into them trying to win this office back. So people, if you out there listening, you got to go out there. You got to make sure all your information is right. So when they are successful doing what they're doing, you can negate that by doing your part, assuring that you got a voter registration and you know when you got to vote. You know you got to get out there and just vote, because this is not going to stop. They're going to keep on coming because they seen us come out in record numbers. Just think, we didn't have this problem last election because we didn't come out in record numbers. The fact that we're coming out in record numbers, they're trying to negate that. They're doing every and anything that they can. So for me, it'll be Donald Trump, just sit your ass down, man. Basically, just sit down, man.
I agree. And what they doing in 2022, they have a chance to win the Senate back. You know what I mean? So these 100,000 people won't count. So, and whoever is
Right.
up for re-election and stuff like that, them cities and states or whatever, they're going to do them votes, especially if it's Republican run places. You know what I mean? And they're going to remove them. And can't nothing nobody do about it. So only thing we can do about it is get our ass off our ass and vote. Because 2022 is what they're preparing for. You know what I mean? Because once they win the Senate, it's over. And Biden will not pass one bill. One. So I hope people understand this stuff, man. You know what I mean?
Hey, Lewis. Hey, I don't mean to interrupt you, but man, you got to reiterate that, man. People don't. There's a lot of people out there listening don't understand how this works. If they win the Senate, us having a Democrat president doesn't matter.
Same thing happened with Obama. People say Obama ain't do nothing. He ain't tried to do nothing. If you listen to his interview, he told you, and even other people knows this. And Mitch McConnell told you, I killed every single fucking thing he tried to pass, and that's what happened. They killed every single thing President Obama tried to pass, and people thought it was Obama not trying to help people. But when you run the Senate, you run everything. You know what I mean? The House can't do it, but pass the bill, and it goes to the Senate. The Senate was, accepting and pass the bill and stuff like that. So if they got the majority, they still, like I said last time, they in their old set ways, and they're going to kill every single thing. So people get out and vote, get your water, because you can't take people water now is a federal offense. So when the old folks going out and vote, make sure they have a water bottle, get one of them little water hats, they can suck it. I mean, find a way. You know what I mean? Don't let them try to undermine us. We got to undermine their ass. You know what I mean?
They can stand in line. If they can stand in line for Jordans when they come out, they can stand in line to get their vote.
Exactly.
Well, exactly. But you know what? The black people, the younger people, they voted this time. They really did. But most of the time, it's the middle class that does that we rely on. But you know what?
Exactly.
I ain't never in my life stand in line for Jordan. I just wanted to say that.
Yeah,
so let's go to the next one. I wasn't gonna put this on here, but it's the talk of the town. It's all on the news. So I had to bring it on. You know what I mean? A police officer in the government among 3 dead in a place that me and Melinda said we never moved to, Colorado. So I say it again. These Colorado people crazy than a mother, man. I mean, I feel for them. I feel for them. I feel for their families. I mean, I don't know what the hell going on in Colorado, you know what I mean? But somebody need to go see what's going on. Because Colorado and Chicago, oh man, stuff is just going crazy.
Like a
so
death trap.
What you think about Colorado, man? You moving to Colorado? What can we do? What can be done?
Hell no, I don't want. Well, if I'm not mistaken, they did pass the gun law, right? They're cracking down on having guns
Mm-hmm.
over there, right?
Yeah.
That's the start, man, and they're gonna
But
have to
people
execute
already
on
have
that
them.
shit, man, because right, that's what I'm saying. They're gonna have to come up with a solution, man, to go out and get these guns. That's the only way, man. Every 2 or 3 weeks, they in the news for mass shootings. It's crazy. I
I
would
got a
never move
plan.
there
I'm gonna wait for y'all to talk, and y'all. I'm gonna
ever.
tell y'all my plan. Go, Tony. What you think about police officer and gunman among 3 dead in Colorado again? And like mass shooting every week in Chicago, Colorado.
The only thing I can think of, it has to be people are just going through something mentally in their lives, and they don't know how else to react possibly. I don't know if the state is a depressed state or what it is. These shootings happen way too often, and I always say it starts with your mental. You just
Mm-hmm.
don't pick up a gun and just say, okay, I'm going to go shoot somebody today. Something's going on with you internally that you're doing this. So that's all.
I got you, Melinda.
With Colorado, I think it needs to be some kind of study done and some kind of mass therapy, or I don't know what needs to happen over there, but something is happening. Maybe something's in the water, or because you can have chemical reactions can cause you to have certain behaviors. So is something in the water or something in the environment? Because the environmental change can cause you to change, and it's a cold climate. I don't know what's going on over there, but at the end of the day, I can't even say that it's a situation where when you're in a condensed population, it causes people to be more aggressive, because I don't even think their population is that dense and closed in for them to even be having these kind of reactionary outbreaks or act out. So I don't know what's going on over there, but something needs to be studied, because a lot of mass shootings, starting with from the one that I could remember the most was the Boulder, Colorado, when they had the
Columbine.
Columbine. It's been going on for decades where they're like the mass shooter central. I remember when they used to label the Chocolate City as a murder capital, and I was like, what's going on? And they used to be like, yeah, there was one killing per year. I mean, per month, like almost, it was 365 days. There was like 365 murders in a year. And we was thinking that was too much. And now that's like happening every 3 or 4 months in this country. So I don't know what's changed between, and it really has to be looked at. We spoke on one of the possibilities was that the prayer in the schools, and prayer, or finding, or loving yourself, or um finding somebody else valuable, finding value in others. Because if you don't care about yourself, you won't care about others. So there's some issues that we don't care about ourselves enough. And when I say us, I mean as a culture, a community, a country. We're not caring about ourselves enough, so therefore we don't care about others enough. We're in a state of depression, so we act out our state of depression because we're not taking care of mental illness. We're not getting the checkups that we need, because mental illness needs to be checked up on just like high blood pressure or anything else. Now they're starting to put on doctors exams. Are you depressed? Do you feel depressed? They're asking those questions now, but maybe it
Mm-hmm.
needed asked a long time ago, and then people didn't have medical care insurance, so they couldn't go to places where they could talk about their problems. So they're sitting in the basement festering, talking, thinking about how the world did them wrong, and now they need to go out and do somebody else wrong. I think these are all of the things that make a perfect storm for places like Colorado and Detroit, where you're sitting there like, life ain't fair, and I'm not getting a fair shot, and I'm not winning in this life. So I'm gonna take some people out when I take myself out. And then there is such a phenomenon of murder by police or murder by cop, where somebody wants to die, they don't have the guts to kill themselves, so they go out and commit some kind of crime that will guarantee them to be shot, like pointing a gun at a police officer or shooting at one, and then they get shot. So it could be a bunch of these things going on at the same time that cause this perfect storm in Colorado and places like Detroit where it's killing on a regular. You feel bad about yourself, you want others to feel bad, so you're going to go out and do things that will cause problems for other people, because once you're dead, your situation is over, but you leave a line of tragedy behind you. You know, all the people that you killed have family members that are going to mourn them. They have, you know, fathers that are going to be childless because their child got killed, or they have children whose father got killed that is not going to be raised with a father or a mother or whatever else. It's causing broken homes. It's causing a whole bunch of societal issues other than just that murder that day. It has a long line and a lot of effect. And that's what we need to be studying. And Colorado is base one because they keep having these kind of mass shootings that devastate the whole country when we hear about it. Because we're like, what? When we heard about Columbine, we was hurt to the core. We was like, what? These are children. You know, what is going on? And then they're going in, you know, other places, they're going into movie theaters and grocery stores and gas stations, and we're like, we're all vulnerable, so we have to do something. We can't just look at Colorado and say, well, we don't live there, because it's seeping out all over the country. This same anger that they're having there is starting to crop up everywhere else. It's cropping up in Baltimore, in DC, in Texas. It's just cropping up everywhere, and they got these dangerous people out here that nobody is doing anything about. They're not talking about them. They're not studying them. They're not doing stuff to prevent. They're not doing preventative health measures for these people, because people know when somebody is crazy. They went to school with them. They're going to work with them, and you see them and they're like, that dude ain't right. And I'm going to stay away from him. But that's the extent, and that's where they stop. Instead of saying, hey, we need to call some kind of, if not police, but some kind of mental health unit, and say, hey, you need to check out this certain person because they act suspicious on a regular. They do stuff that makes me think that something might happen later on down the line. Because a lot of them people that, you know, do mass shootings, somebody knew they was crazy, and somebody be like, yeah, I knew that person would have did something like that. We need to start paying attention.
They just don't come out. Lou, what you think?
You muted.
I'm muted?
Yeah. Oh, there you go. Okay, I couldn't hear you.
Okay, what you think? Tony, you already talked. Lou, you can't hear me? Something wrong with the thing?
Yeah, I already talked.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So it's up to me? Oh, man.
It's on you, champ.
It's hard to follow Melinda. You know how it is, you know, because she get it down to the core. You know what I mean? She tell you every single inch, but you know what they need to do? First of all, they got to try to find a way to get out these assault rifles, these assault guns off. I'm going to propose Colorado legislation. I'm going to call them tomorrow. Offer some money. Not no damn $10, $20. We're going to have to give $5,000. Every assault rifle you come in, we're giving them $5,000. Let's get these guns off the street. That's number one. We got to get the guns off the street. If we don't get the guns off the street out of these crazy people hands, like Melinda said, it's going to be a problem. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And number two, we got to start having psychologists around. You know what I mean? Especially these police stations and going around knocking on doors and have surveys and stuff like that, man. Because a lot of people mental state and well-being, especially the COVID situation now, is over. People ain't got the jobs that they want now. You know what I mean? The whole world is going crazy. I mean, they're just shooting up everything. You know what I mean? People in poverty, you know. We don't know what the people in Colorado are doing. Like Melinda said, we don't know what they're going through. We don't know nothing because we don't live there. You know what I mean? But they need to have some kind of survey. They need to have some kind of test. They need have psychiatrists on, you know, talking to people, you know, communicating with people. People in their family need to tell people that this guy's not in the right mental state. Call the police. This guy's not in the right mental state. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're going to have to slow it down, or it's going to keep happening. Because I mean, it's happening every week in Colorado. You know what I mean? We talking about Colorado because we're not going to talk. We might talk about Chicago later because you know one weekend 72 people shot. I mean, you know, they talking about what's the guy Gerardo Herrera. He want to do the thing Trump said. He want to do the pull up and frisk people. You know what I mean? Man, you ain't
They
pulling
gotta
no
do
frisk.
something.
But let me tell
They
you,
gotta
dude,
do
they can
something.
say that all they want. It's further against the rights. Second, if they pull up and frisk, they're gonna pull them and get some bullets in their ass. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Then there's
true
gonna be
that.
more
True that.
confrontation with the police. You know what I mean, Melinda? They're gonna be more confrontated with the police and the black people. So you damn you do, you damn you don't. But they gotta find a way to. And believe me, them young dudes in Chicago, they broke. They robbing people, killing people.
Yeah.
All the money will buy them guns off the street. I'm telling you now. You know what I mean? You would get some of them guns off the street, but not no $100. Y'all come with 2, 3, 4, 5,000 to get.
Nah.
Y'all got the money. Put it in the budget.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
They
Stop
gonna have to
sending all
open,
the
man. They
fucking
gonna have to
money.
open up a
Wait a minute.
checkbook.
Let me stop sending all the fucking money to overseas. You know what I mean? Stop getting Iran, Iraq, Afghanistan, Humanistan, all these motherfuckers, all this money. Put it in the inner city. Get these damn guns off the street and do away with it. I mean, it ain't that simple, but you know, the Republicans ain't gonna do it. The Democrats, they scared to do it. They ain't got no balls. I'm running for fucking president. Let's stop all that.
That's right. Who will be your vice president, dog?
Melinda. So we're going
That's
to the
right.
next.
We can get
I mean,
that-
that
hey,
like
look,
it's
we
hard.
ain't get
It's
that
not.
suit.
It's not hard. It's not hard. So we're gonna go to the next question. It's a long question, but this it just make you think. Maybe some. I'm telling y'all may go enjoy your life, man. The United States of America, the Navy conducted a shark trial event for the first time since 2016, aimed to prove the new carrier can withstand a combat. So they dropped a 40,000-pound explosive beside the ship, the Gerald Ford, a nuclear power carrier. What is they telling us, Tony? Is they telling us we about to go to war, or they preparing for war, or what is they telling us?
I think we are going to probably go to war before it's all said and done. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense that I don't know.
Let me guide it. Since 2016, they haven't conducted nothing. You know what I mean? Now they're conducting it. So you know, it leaves reasonable doubt. I mean, yes, it makes you think about something, don't it?
Yeah.
They prepare for something, and this is a nuclear sub.
Yeah.
I mean, not nuclear sub, nuclear carrier.
Carrier, yeah.
Now, I'm gonna go to Melinda last because she knows she's in the military, so she'll tell y'all. So let's go, Lou. What you think they're doing? 40,000-pound bomb, Lou, right beside it, just to blow up.
Just think about it.
Blow the carrier.
Just think about it. North Korea just upgraded their nuclear system. Think about that. They showed it on the news. They were able to reach parts of the United States with their nuclear strike.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't think that America's not going to respond to that.
Mm-hmm.
So now North Korea is able to come to the negotiating table and kind of they got a better stance. So America got to go back door. What they're doing now is testing. So if it hits, how much damage will it do? Think about it, because this has never been done before. If it has, it's been a long time.
2016.
They're preparing for something, and I think 2016. I think they're preparing for North Korea striking us in that manner. That's just my take on it. I could be wrong, Melinda. I could be wrong because I'm not.
Well,
I don't
I'm
know
gonna
too much
rebuttal you.
about that, but I know basic stuff.
They
I
is
do know
preparing for North Korea for something, but I don't think it's that because that's in the water. I'm telling you who it's gonna be, and it's not gonna be North Korea first. It's gonna be Russia. Let me watch what I tell you. So, Melinda, what do you think about it?
As Lou said earlier, America is reactionary. They are hearing through their research and their spies or whatever, because we have spies just like everybody else has spies,
Exactly.
and they're hearing everything that is going on in other countries. And these our allies are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. They just sitting around not doing that. We carrying the world, and our enemies are joining alliances. North Korea, China, and Russia going to come together, and they're
Exactly.
going to whoop our asses because we are not prepared. We are reactionary. So they already know something is in the works. So that's why they're practicing right now.
Yeah, hey, totally true. They preparing for a lot, and it's gonna be an onslaught.
Yeah.
The only one we
It's,
got is
yeah.
you know, our little people that helping us, you know, around the world and stuff like that. But that's
But they're
three
not
major
superpowers
that's
either.
three major that I'm about to say. That's three major people we got to deal with: North Korea, China, and Russia.
Yeah.
I mean,
China
so
and yeah, Russia.
if they really wanted to, they will they'd tear our ass up. You know what I mean? We can't do but so much. You know what I mean? So all these peace treaties and stuff like that, they better start doing or get their act together, man, because something is coming on and stuff like that. I hope it don't happen while I'm alive and my kids alive and stuff like that. You know what I mean? If you want to blow the world up, wait till I'm gone. You know what I mean? I got plenty more. I want to go to shit. I want to go to Dubai. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go to Australia. I'd rather die by one of them poisonous ass spiders than a nuclear bomb. You know what I mean? So wait, just wait a little bit, minute. You know what I mean? Because I know we're gonna be in some trouble, man. So hopefully we can get our act together, man. But like I say, y'all know how it is. It's the last question of the day. Last question of the day. Y'all gonna love this question. So, a man in Florida, Tony, Melinda, and Lou.
Florida.
In Florida, of course, it's always Florida.
Always Florida.
A man in Florida looking for sea turtle. You know, looking for sea turtle nest. I guess he was trying to do experiment and stuff like that. So looking for sea turtle nest. Guess what he found? 24 keys of cocaine in the area. Looking for a sea turtle nest. So what I'm going to ask you, wonderful, law respectful, you know, people in here who don't break crimes and stuff like that. Let me start with the most law respectful one I think in here, and that's Tony. Tony, if you find 24 kilos of cocaine in a sea turtle nest and around a vicinity, what you gonna do? You gonna call police? What you gonna do? Tell me.
I'm not calling no police. I'm going to try to find someone to sell that money so I can get that money. I'm just being truthful. I'm not going to sell it, and I'm not taking it to the police.
Tony lying like on over.
No,
Faking on Facebook and Twitter and Periscope. You know damn well your ass going, oh, 911, I found 25 something, and there's a white substance out here, so you better come get. You might take one thing. Here, loose. She lied like shit. Go ahead, Melinda.
Now, if it was money, I would be like, what money? But I don't have no way to get rid of no cocaine, and I don't know what to do with this. So I think I would call the police and ask them if there's some kind of recovery money that I can get, or they got to give me something because I done found all this and I'm turning it over to you. Is there some reward or some accommodation that come with cash? I'll be asking for that, but ain't nothing I can do with all that. I wouldn't even know where to start or deal with
the
that.
best thing to do is ask them first. Say, is it a reward for anything?
Exactly, that's my first thing. Because on the real, you don't know who them drugs belong to, and then you get into a whole nother issue because you done handle somebody else's drugs. So police and reward.
Oh, well, let me go to my street, man. Look what you doing, baby. 24 keys of coke. You know what I mean? You from Northeast. You know what I mean? I mean, what's going on, Lou? I mean, you got one more in you?
As you can see, I'm writing down names and numbers. I'm going I done open up my book right here and I'm scratching out and circling some names right here. Hey, let's just say the store about to be opened back up. You understand? Now, God, please forgive me for what I'm about to say. But if I find that, let's just say the store is open, baby, and people out there, they know what I mean.
Well, let me tell you, see, I'm the most honest guy on here. You know what I mean?
We was born the same day, same year, right?
Yes, we was.
Okay, just checking.
Man, let me tell you about, man, come on, man. I make so many phone calls. The whole dub be lit. Boy, we fuck around and buy a big channel.
You can have a franchise of Big
I'm
China.
not giving up a goddamn
That's
thing.
right.
I don't care. Hey, when you're in it, it's in your blood. It's in your blood. It's out now. But you know, if I want to talk 24 keys of coke, now, I'm like, is there a war for anything out here, man? Cause I be finding some weird stuff out here, like gold and silver and stuff like that. Police be like, nah, but it's a reward for it's some cocaine around here. I said, oh, for real, how much? 100,000. That's it. Yeah, they ain't number 2 keys. I mean, okay.
Man.
I mean,
Man, all they gonna do. Hey, look, all they gonna give you is $10,000 in the newspaper clipping. They can miss me with that shit.
I seen it. Then the guy, I think he found like 14 in the nest, 2 right there in the water, 3 on the sand. So it wild stuff from shore. You know what I mean? All I can say, all I can say, Melinda, if Butter Entertainment is paying for the whole cruise wherever y'all want to go.
That's right. All you can eat.
I mean, wherever
That's
you
right.
want to go, we can cruise all freaking year. You know what I mean? Because we got it. It's on and popping, man. So, hey, it is what it is. You know, life is great.
That's right.
But yeah, so that's it. You know, people.
So we making sure that everybody knows these are jokes.
Exactly.
Everybody
Yeah,
out there,
Mom. Hey, Mom.
Facebook,
I'm not going to jail
Twitter.
no more, Mom. I'm not going to jail no more.
Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, IG,
That's right.
wherever
These are
you're watching from,
yes,
these are jokes. Don't be taking our names down, turn it into
Yeah, 'cause
authority.
I don't want to go to
Right.
work tomorrow. You go to work tomorrow, your manager's like, hey, let me see you for a minute, champ. No, I don't need that. You're like, damn, you got Twitter too? Like, yeah, I was on Twitter. I know about Butter Entertainment. Like, oh, man. No, I was just joking, man. I would turn it in and get a $10,000 reward in a newspaper.
Y'all was
clipping.
joking.
I'm happy with that.
Y'all was joking.
You were joking too.
You were joking too, Lewis.
Yes, you was.
Thank y'all for coming in to the Bottle Entertainment. You know, hit the like button and subscribe, man. We on the road. We #1. You know what I mean? Things is popping. We having the cruise next year. We doing the men. You know, we going to DR on my birthday. You know what I mean? So we got a lot of things going on. We got our Tony here to do whatever y'all want. You know. I call her the fake travel agent, but she was a travel agent for 24 years. So, you know, we doing it up in here. So, you know, a little laughter, a little fun about what's going on in this fucked up world. You know what I mean?
Right,
so,
man. That's right.
Y'all better go enjoy yourself before Russia and China bomb my ass up. You know what I mean? Because these government we have don't have no heart, no courage. They ain't got no balls. Mnuchin ain't got no balls. Everybody's scared of Mitch McConnell. You know what I mean? The Republicans running the world, and it's 50-50. We got the deciding vote with the vice president, but it only on certain bills. So
You can't get nothing done.
Can't get nothing done. Kill the filibuster, like Obama said. Kill the filibuster, and we can get it done. But Mnuchin said we ain't killing shit because he's a Republican too. But it is what it is, man. So thank y'all for coming out again on another wonderful day. You know what I mean? Yesterday we had what we had yesterday, Lou? How men think?
How men think, and that thing was hot. Is that why your t-shirt on fire? You still on fire from yesterday?
Go back.
That's
Butter
right.
Entertainment YouTube, subscribe, go watch How Men Think from yesterday, because them questions was off the chain. Y'all women got a lot of problems, but I'm just saying. But anyway, let me mute Melinda. All right, y'all women got a lot of problems, because I don't want my twin getting on me. So I love all of y'all, you know what I mean? Y'all have a good day and stuff like that, and I'll see y'all again Wednesday.
Bye, everybody.
All right, ladies, love y'all.
Bye-bye. See y'all.
You give it to me, I'll give it to you. And I know what you want.